Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Hearted Podcast. I'm just going to be really honest with you. I have felt like shit today. I did not know if I was actually going to be able to record some episodes. I did not sleep well last night. I've had a headache most of the day. And honestly, I've had a couple days that were just bad mental days, and I've really had a hard time shaking them. Then lo and behold, I started my period today. So much makes sense after the past couple days, but still, I was feeling rough today. But I took a nap. I set my alarm for 20 minutes and then I set it for another 20 minutes. I sat in a dark room and then I felt good enough to be able to come in here and record because Harper is at her grandparents' house right now and I wasn't sure when else I would get the time to do this. So, recording a podcast has definitely been a little tricky lately, but here we are. And it's okay. I just, downed some chips in the kitchen and I'm drinking my Diet Coke instead of my normal like water and or tea mixture that I do when I do podcasts because I'm on my period and that's just what we're doing today. So when I came up with the idea for today's topic, I had not started my period yet and I wasn't really sure why I was having these bad body image days. But, if I was like a normal adult who tracked my periods, I probably would have realized that I was so down because of those hormone shifts happening. But I have always been terrible about tracking my periods since the beginning of time. But still, usually I don't get that bad with my body image. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is this bothering me so much? Why can I not get past it, get over it? And so I took the last day basically to try to think that through and refer back to some things that I've talked about in the past and sort of a checklist that I have to help turn around a bad body image day. So I actually have a free resource that goes right along with this topic. It's literally one sheet that is a PDF that just has a couple little prompts on it that can help you try to shake that feeling off or at least not feel so alone when you have a bad body image day because it's a journey. Not every day is going to be a good self-love or body image day. Sometimes we are going to get down in the dumps, whether that's because of something somebody said, hormones going crazy, or God knows anything else that could just kind of flip that switch and get us in a different, more negative mindset. So, first of all, I just want to put it out there that I think all bodies are good bodies. Hot girl summer is for literally everyone. And I know that deep down that every body is a bikini body, including my own. But we just got back from Florida and it was extremely hot down there. And I always tend to struggle with my body image more in the summer because normally we're wearing less clothes, right? So it's not as easy to hide our bodies or distract from different things that maybe we don't find as desirable or flattering, things like that. When I was younger, summer was like my favorite season. That's when my birthday is. I used to love the hot weather. I loved getting in the water. I loved going to the ocean, like all of these things. I still love this, but I have learned I am a cozy bitch, okay? I like my crew neck sweatshirts. I like my sweaters. I like my hot coffee in a mug. I like to be smothered in blankets, which I guess is okay because I live in Ohio where it's winter slash, well, not even really fall. It is winter like 6 months out of the year, I feel like. And so I'm always excited for summer, but then I feel like I don't know how to dress myself anymore because throughout the fall and winter, I can wear cute jeans with some kind of sweater that's kind of tucked in with, cute earrings, and my hair doesn't even really have to be styled because my outfit's so cute. I throw on some booties and I'm good to go. Then in the summer, it's like, well, it's hot, so I want to wear a tank top and shorts, and I feel like I just don't know how to accessorize that kind of summer outfit very well. So normally I'm just in like shorts and a graphic tee. And honestly, I had one on earlier, but I got foundation on it. So I had to change it, of course. And I couldn't decide on a different graphic tee. So I just put a tank top on. So anyway, when we were down in Florida, it was so hot. So hot. It was in the low 90s, but it definitely felt warmer and it was humid. So everything was sticky. I was sweaty. I just felt like I did not look cute at all. And that's probably mostly because I was so damn hot all week. And nobody feels comfortable or cute or happy when you are like sweaty and your hair is frizzy. Not to mention, I was also super bloated from being on the road, eating junk food to stay awake. Even though we had packed some like fruit and healthier options, we still ended up stopping for fast food quite a few times on the road or throughout our trip. And my period was right around the corner, which I also didn't realize. So when we were down there, I was like, man, like my shorts are fitting a little tighter than I thought they would be. I'm wearing these slim fitting tank tops, which I don't normally do. And I just felt very insecure, but it was so hot. I was not going to wear a baggy t-shirt or something like that in Florida. And I wasn't really critical of exactly how my body looked. I just felt uncomfortable in my body. And that really rocked me because for quite a while, I have not felt that way. I have had very good body image days. I have been accepting of my body and how it looks right now, and the fact that this is a season and this is how my body looks in this season. And it might look different in the next one, it might look the same. So it was really just kind of getting me down that I was letting this get to me. And I didn't really let it affect our trip, but it was like on the road back home, I was kind of mulling through all of those thoughts that have come and gone throughout my mind in the past week. And so it was hard for me when we got home then to not hyper focus on that. I find when I get overwhelmed, I hyper focus on things and I cannot let it go. So I was really focused on two things when I got home from this trip. One was my body image, and the second thing was basically Harper and getting back into our normal routine, trying to think, what kind of milestone should she be hitting? How should I be teaching her this month? And all of just the weight of getting back to normal life after having like 10 really good days as a family of three. And like then Dylan was going to be going back to work and I had to get back to work. And so I was just really down for a couple days. And like I said, normally I can kind of shake those things or not let it ruin my day since I've been on medication for my anxiety. But these days, that just was not happening. And you know what? That's okay. Everybody has bad days. Everybody has bad body image days. So if you have felt like that lately or you're feeling like that right now, I just want you to know that you're not alone because I have been there with you probably more times than I would like to admit because sometimes it's just so easy to get in that mindset and it's hard to change it because we are so critical of ourselves. And that's why I end up staying off of Instagram for long periods of time, or why I don't get on Facebook or watch certain TV shows, because I just know that those things are going to trigger me and send me down a path that I don't really want to go. So, with saying all of that, I want to talk about how to shake this feeling and try to work through those bad body image days. I'm not saying any of these are going to make it, poof, go away, and that you're going to feel completely better after you try one of these things on this list. But I just want to encourage you that if you are struggling, if you're going through a hard time, maybe something on this list will help you either just feel a little better, or hell, maybe it will help you totally change and move into a good body image day. We never know, but these things will just be here as a resource for you if you want to try them. Like I said, I do have this as a free printable as well, or download. I guess, does anybody have a printer anymore? I don't know. But if you go to the link in the description or just go to goodheartedpodcast.com/freebies, you should be able to find this sheet, and it's called Ways to Deal with a Bad Body Image Day. So if you grab this download, you can just keep it on your phone. You can do the little heart in your photo app so that it's a favorite and it's right there when you need it, to just be a little refresher to try to help you get through this bad body image day. So what I always try to do first when I feel like I'm in this depressed, honestly, state when it comes to my body image is just acknowledge it. While I was in Florida, I was kind of nudging it to the back of my head. I was like, nope, you're not going to ruin this trip. But maybe if I had just acknowledged it in that moment instead of just acting like it wasn't happening, maybe I would have felt better by the time I was heading home. Instead, I had like 18 hours on the road to worry about it and to think about how my belly looked while I was sitting in the car with my husband. Like, does he care? No. And be critical of what I was eating once I did get home, and that, I hadn't moved so much because of the car ride. So when I got home and I had a couple days that I was very down, I finally just had to think through things, talk through some things with Dylan, and I cried. And then I felt just a little bit better. Like, all of my worries didn't go away, all of my concerns, all of my critical thoughts, but just acknowledging it and having a cry, it did the trick for the moment. It was a band-aid. And then I was able to move through that feeling a little bit better and say, well, why was I feeling that way? Do I feel that way now? What are some things that I can do in the future to try to not give myself these triggers and to get in these bad moods? So I always think it's good to acknowledge the feeling, give yourself permission to feel it and feel it all the way through, even when it sucks, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you feel shame or guilt around that feeling. It's okay to just sit in it for a minute if you need to. And also know that the feeling will pass. It might take a day, it might take a week, it might take a year. It might be a lot of hard little feelings that just feel like this big long journey that's never going to end. But I promise you will get to the other side of it at some point, or at least have some good body image days mixed in when you have bad ones. So like I said before, I think it's really good to acknowledge where this feeling is coming from. For me on this trip, I think it was just from being hot and sweaty and uncomfortable and not having loose fitting clothes and being in cool AC all the time. Because really, once I got home, I was like, my shorts fit fine and like I'm not uncomfortable. I don't feel like I'm spilling all over the place and I'm sticky all the time. And it's literally because I was in Florida in late June, early July, and it is humid as hell down there. And those feelings, along with probably some other stress and overwhelm of traveling with a toddler for the first time, those things probably all contributed to me feeling uncomfortable on that trip and having negative body image thoughts. Because honestly, the outfits that I wore, like when we went to Disney, I thought they were super cute and I thought they were flattering. Yes, it was a little bit out of my comfort zone to be wearing like light wash jeans and a snug pink tank top, but my chest was covered up. And honestly, in the summertime, I mean, right now I'm wearing a tank top that has a little bit of a cut right here, but normally I feel like I'm too top heavy to wear a low cut tank top. So I liked wearing the high neck in Florida because it just made me feel covered and secure, but still really cute. And the style of shorts that I was wearing just kind of cinched in my waist a little bit. And so when I look back at pictures, I think I look pretty damn cute on that trip. And I did my hair in cute ways. I accessorized. I did all of those things to make myself feel good. But obviously, in like nasty bike shorts and a t-shirt on the way to and from Florida in the car for so long, I did not feel cute, but that is to be expected. But depending on how you're feeling on this bad body image day, maybe you need to purge your closet. You need to get rid of the things that do not fit anymore, or even if they fit, but they're not flattering, you don't like it, you don't find yourself grabbing for it on a regular basis, maybe it needs to go. Maybe you need to treat yourself to some kind of little shopping trip, even if it's just for one pair of good jeans that make your ass look great. Because I found that a lot of my summer options were just kind of frumpy things that did not make me look cute in the summer. And I don't even know why I was buying them in the first place. So I cleaned those things out. I tried to get a few trendier pieces for this summer, but then also just some that would, like I said, maybe be higher cut so that I didn't feel like my chest and like all of this skin was out all of the time. And I got shorts that were a little bit longer because I am a mom now. I'm bending over all the time and I was tired of my ass cheeks hanging out, even though I didn't even wear super short shorts at the time. But I found with chasing a toddler around, I'm bending over way more than I ever have in my life. So just doing those two things have made me feel more confident and comfortable when I'm out in public in front of people chasing my baby around. So maybe just think of those kinds of things. Are the items that are in your closet practical for your lifestyle? Are they flattering on your body? If you had, a crazy budget when you can buy anything that you wanted to, would you buy those things that are in your closet right now? And if not, maybe just remove those things. You don't have to replace your whole wardrobe right now, but just be intentional when you're shopping for new things. Don't just go to TJ Maxx and grab everything that catches your eye. Instead, think, okay, right now I'm really into black because normally that's all I wear. And I need a new black tank top or a long sleeve bodysuit. Like, get really specific on what kind of tops and bottoms look good on you, make you feel confident and comfortable, and then go searching for those things. You can also find like more sustainable, higher quality items. That way, they just feel really good on your body. Get whatever makes you feel good, because I promise that feeling that you have will translate when you wear that outfit. Another thing I just want you to acknowledge on kind of this topic is whether or not the people around you are being a negative influence when it comes to body image. Are you surrounded by people who only talk shit about their own bodies, who only talk shit about quote unquote fat people or unhealthy people? What is the language that they're using? Is it something that you're comfortable with? Or maybe subconsciously, like you haven't even realized that some of the things they're saying has actually been really damaging to you. Maybe you feel like you're actually getting personally attacked by them, even if they're not directly speaking to you, or you just don't enjoy engaging in that sort of conversation. I'm not saying you need to like totally stop talking to this person, but you can always try to distance yourself or at least not show interest in these topics. That way you can protect yourself and not be triggered by those kinds of conversations if it's not a topic that you're comfortable with. So really the best thing for me to do on bad body image days is to distract myself. So I try to acknowledge this feeling, right? I try to feel it. I have a cry about it if I need to. But then I need to laugh. I need to have something lighthearted happen. I need to be distracted so that I'm not just like hyper focusing. Because, like I said, sometimes when I get focused on something like that, I cannot pull myself away from it no matter how hard I try. So for me, this is like getting in comfy clothes and watching The Office. I will put on some bike shorts or leggings and my cozy, worn in crew neck sweatshirt and sit in bed or on the couch and watch just one episode of The Office. And it works for me every time. The Office might not be your cup of tea, and that is fine. Find a show that makes you laugh no matter what it is, no matter how many times you've seen it, what type of humor you have. I know which episodes of The Office will make me laugh my ass off, but I know almost every one will give me some sort of happy, feel good feeling. I've been watching that show since I was like in 10th or 11th grade, and it is so nostalgic for me. I love seeing the characters. They feel like friends or family to me, which is so silly, but I don't even care because it's so comforting when I'm in that bad headspace. I have said to Dylan many times, I'm like, I just need to watch The Office. Like, you can watch it with me. You don't have to. I just need to watch it. Just give me one episode. And then, usually I end up watching way more than that. But my mood just totally changes when I'm able to feel that comfort. I imagine it's like what it would feel like to just have a big weighted blanket on me, but I don't have one of those yet. But it is my security blanket. I love that show. I know I can count on it to lift my mood. And so it is definitely a go-to for me. And it also feels good for me to get in something comfortable that I feel like I look at least kind of cute in, but like I don't have to get dressed and like go out somewhere, especially if my bad feelings towards my body image are kind of centered around how my body looks in my clothes, how my clothes are fitting, things like that. Nobody cares what I look like at home when I'm sitting on the couch. So doing something like that is a win-win for me. I also love reading lately, but it doesn't always give me that feeling that that good old TV show brings me. And I just wanted to end today's episode by reminding you that you are so much more than your body. Your body is the least interesting thing about you. I know there are so many things about you that are amazing and brilliant and captivating. You are smart and you are capable. Bad body image days are so hard, but you can move through this. I know that you can. You are strong. You are kind. You are brave. And I am right here with you on this body image journey and this self-love journey. All we can really do is try to love ourselves a little bit more every day. Some days we might feel like we're failing. Some days we might feel like we hate ourselves. Some days we might feel like we will never actually love ourselves. We might eventually accept it, but we won't love ourselves. And honestly, I think that's okay too if you never get to the point where you truly, unconditionally love who you are as a person inside and out. If you can reach the point of being neutral about it or just accepting it, I think that's huge. What I hope is that we all stop letting these kinds of thoughts get in the way of us living our best, truest life, because we deserve those lives. We have one to live. So I'm trying to make the most of mine, no matter how many times I fall on my face, I get tripped up by something stupid, or have a bad body image day try to bring me down for an entire week. I know that I am stronger than my worst day. And I know that I can push through, even if it almost kills me. But hopefully it won't be that bad. We can all get through this together. If you need help on this journey, I would love to chat with you. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Good Hearted Podcast. I want you to know that you are not alone on this journey, because I have felt alone so many times. So please don't forget to download the freebie associated with this episode that will help you the next time you face a bad body image day. Just pick one or two of the prompts and just try to work through them. Think about it a little bit. You don't even have to journal if you don't want to. Just literally give yourself 5 minutes to think through these things. And I hope that that will help you just get past that hurdle of the bad body image day. So again, I will link that in the show notes and the episode description. And then you can also just go to goodheartedpodcast.com/freebies and you should be able to find it there. If you feel like somebody really would benefit from hearing this message, please share it out. Share it on your Instagram story and be sure to tag at Good Hearted Podcast so that I can see it and share it as well, because I feel like this is a message more people need to hear and more people need to talk about. Callie and I also talk about body image some in episode 10 that I did with her, which is all about unlocking a positive mindset. She has so much knowledge and encouragement when it comes to body image. So please head back and listen to that episode if you missed it. And I'll see you in my next video.